What if the future of living felt like a return to nature, where steel meets sunlight and concrete breathes with wood? This is no ordinary home. It's more than walls and a roof. It's an idea that whispers, what if progress didn't mean leaving nature behind? What if we could have both, the precision of technology and the poetry of the earth? They call it the Techno-Natural Barndominium, a name that sounds like a contradiction, but when you see it, it feels inevitable. Because it isn't just built, it's grown. Not in the wild, but in the mind of someone who believed that steel and sunlight could hold hands. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because it's a simple way to show your love for these incredible designs. Here, modern lines don't fight against nature. They bend to it. Every edge softened by texture. Every cold surface warmed by light. It's a paradox, yes, but one that makes sense the moment you feel it. Step inside, and you don't just see design, you feel balance. Technology hums quietly in the background, hidden like roots beneath the soil, while the air moves freely, as if the walls themselves are breathing. It's not a house. It's harmony. Between now and tomorrow, between what we build and what we've always belonged to. This is the beginning of something bigger. A question carved in timber and steel. What does home mean when the future learns to speak the language of nature? We share new content regularly to help you create spaces you love, so don't forget to subscribe. They call it the Techno-Natural Barndominium. A name that sounds like a contradiction, yet somehow it makes perfect sense. Because what is a barndominium really? At its heart, it's a home born from simplicity, wide, open spaces, inspired by barns of the past. But here, simplicity meets sophistication. Strong steel bones holding walls that breathe with wood, glass that doesn't just let in the view, but invites the outside in. And it makes you wonder, can technology and nature truly coexist? Can walls of glass still feel warm on a winter morning? Can something so modern still feel like it belongs to the earth? The Techno-Natural Barndominium dares to answer yes. Not with words, but with space. Space that listens. Rooms that echo the calm of a forest, even as they hum with invisible intelligence. This isn't just architecture. It's a story of opposites learning to dance. Hard steel softened by timber. Clean lines dressed in textures that feel alive under your fingertips. And here's the truth. This home isn't just built, it's grown. Out of steel, timber, and a dream so simple it almost feels radical. To live in a place where nature and technology don't compete, but complete each other. As you step into this world, you begin to feel the question behind it all. What does it mean to create harmony in a world of extremes? What happens when we design not for trends, but for connection? Because in this home, progress isn't loud, it's quiet, it's subtle. It's the warmth of sunlight spilling across polished concrete. It's the whisper of cedar meeting the strength of steel. And maybe it's a glimpse of the future. A future where we don't have to choose between innovation and instinct. If you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means to me, and it helps keep the design ideas coming your way. The story begins with a vision. A vision to merge two worlds, precision and wilderness. Two forces that rarely meet without a fight, but here they don't clash, they embrace. This is the philosophy behind techno-natural design, minimalism, meeting the soul of organic textures. Every surface, every angle whispers restraint, yet feels alive, as if carved by nature itself. Technology exists here too, of course, but it does not shout. It hides beneath layers of warmth, tucked behind walls of timber and stone. It works silently, like roots under soil, serving the home without ever stealing its soul. The architect didn't just design a house, they choreographed a relationship between glass and greenery, between silence and sound. A conversation where every material has a voice, and every detail a reason to exist. Step inside, and light becomes its own language. It bends through floor-to-ceiling windows like water over stone, spilling across polished concrete, dancing over reclaimed wood that hums with memory. The lines are clean, almost mathematical. But the feeling is wild, because nothing about this space is cold. It is warm, grounded, honest, as if the house itself breathes in rhythm with the forest beyond. If you love this type of look, hit that subscribe button to help us create more videos, and let us know in the comments what you'd love to see in future videos. This is design without ego. Nothing unnecessary, nothing wasted. Every inch is a bridge between human comfort and the raw poetry of nature. And as you move through it, you realize this isn't about luxury, it's about harmony, about finding beauty in what feels inevitable, like steel and sunlight were always meant to meet. Because in this barndominium, progress doesn't replace nature, it honors it. And that is the quiet revolution behind its walls. It begins with bones, strong, unwavering steel rising against the sky, forming a frame that speaks of permanence. This is the backbone, the silent strength that holds the dream in place. But strength alone is not enough. So the steel is dressed in warmth. Natural wood cladding wraps around it like a second skin, breathing life into cold geometry. Grain and texture soften what might have felt harsh, turning a structure into something almost alive. And above it all, a living roof, green, vibrant, wild, blurs the line between house and hill. From a distance, it doesn't conquer the land. It belongs to it. Step inside, and the story deepens. You're met with space, vast, open, unbroken by unnecessary walls. The floors beneath you, polished concrete, sleek and modern, yet softened underfoot by the gentle contrast of reclaimed wood beams overhead. Beams that carry stories older than the house itself, their imperfections speaking in a language of authenticity. Every beam of steel, softened by the whisper of cedar. Every cold angle, warmed by sunlight filtered through ivy that drapes and dances outside the glass. It's a delicate balance, industrial strength tempered by nature's grace. Look closer, and you'll find details you didn't expect. Hidden seams where technology disappears into craftsmanship. Surfaces that feel as honest as they look. Nothing screams for attention, yet everything feels intentional. Because this is not just a shell. It's an experience layered with contrasts, hard and soft, raw and refined, man-made and born of the earth. A place where design doesn't impose. It collaborates. And in that collaboration, something extraordinary happens. The structure doesn't overshadow the landscape. It amplifies it. Every material chosen not to compete with nature, but to echo it. Until the home feels less like a building, and more like a conversation between strength and serenity. It's what it makes you feel. And this one, this Techno-Natural Barndominium, doesn't just shelter you, it holds you. Imagine morning light spilling through glass so clear it feels like air. Golden rays bending across concrete floors, softening every edge, warming your hands as you wrap them around a cup of coffee. There's no rush here, only stillness, only space to breathe as the world outside stirs in quiet harmony with you. And then, another day, another mood. Clouds gather, and rain begins its slow percussion on the glass walls. You sink into a chair by the reclaimed wood fireplace, the crackle of warmth wrapping itself around the gentle rhythm of raindrops. Nature doesn't stay outside here. It becomes part of the soundtrack to your life. Because here, you don't just live with nature. You live as part of it, while never leaving the comfort of tomorrow. Every smart feature hums invisibly in the background, adjusting the light, balancing the temperature, making the house feel almost alive. But it never feels cold, never mechanical, because technology isn't the star here, it's the stagehand, letting nature take center stage. And in that subtle balance, something rare happens. You feel connected, not to screens, not to schedules, but to the rhythm of the world outside your walls. The way the evening light softens into amber, the way shadows stretch across beams worn by time, the way silence feels full. This isn't just a place to sleep, it's a place to feel, to belong, to remember what living was always meant to be. Simple, grounded, and beautiful. Behind this serene simplicity lies an intricate brain of technology. You can't see it, you might not even think about it, but it's there, always listening, always learning, always working, quietly. This is a home that knows the sun. When morning light floods the room, the climate shifts without a word, cooling the air before you even think to ask.